Jim Brogan. I was born here. I've been here all my life. I have 2 degrees from the University of Tennessee. So we do wealth management and retirement planning. So what does that really mean? Anything in your life that could impact your finances, whether it's investing money, whether it's how to structure income, if we can optimize our taxes, so we serve people. And that's part of our mission statement. We serve people.
Well, good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the work week. How was the weekend? For those of you that may not have joined this weekend for Wake Up with Witcher, I do pose a question to you. First things first, then we'll get to work with the forecast to get you out the door here this morning because I know you're going to be running around. But many of you, if you were with me this past weekend, I said, listen, there's the possibility I'll be changing Wake Up with Witcher, and there's a couple of reasons why. One of the reasons why is that most of you come to the platform via the app itself. And so with that said, my most important job is to have the app and everything up and running, ready for you to grab your weather forecast at a quick glance. Well, by doing it live at 6 a.m., that's near to impossible unless I get up another hour or two earlier. And my friends, I got away from local TV, so I didn't have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's what I did. And so with that said, my question to you this morning is, this is going to be a tough one because I know it's going to be like, hit and miss here. But I'm thinking about probably not, we're going to maybe do a test. Maybe not this week, maybe next week. We'll see we'll see what you all say. But thinking about doing a live at 8 o'clock in the morning. And here's the reason why. I can get everything done and get everything up running on the app. My goal as well to do East Tennessee weather is not to provide you only with the best weather forecasts and information that you could possibly get right there at your fingertips on all social media platforms and on all digital weather platforms, but also to be home with my family and to take my kids off to school and get them off to the bus stops and help get them ready for school. And so it's a lot of work to do in the morning to be able to kind of balance all that and get everything updated on the platform that needs to be updated first things first. So my question to you is, would you be opposed? Would you be able to join at all if I do it at 8 o'clock in the morning, get everyone off to school, get everything updated, and then come back and let's have a discussion and a conversation and kind of change the platform a little bit? That's the question this morning. Let me know, yay or nay, is all you have to put in the chat. Don't put too much, just yay or nay for 8 a.m. All right, here we go. Rainfall. Actually, I want to take it back outside here for a second and show you what it looks like. This is from Corey. Start to the day. So let's talk about it. Rainfall yesterday was pretty lackluster. Had one little lonely shower up towards Greene County, and that was about the extent of it. Really didn't see a whole lot of activity. We did top out in the mid to upper 80s, so a nice solid average day. Let me get on camera here a little bit. A nice solid average day yesterday. Some a little bit above, some a little bit below, and some of us just right spot on, but picked up 0.04 of an inch of rain officially in the Tri-Cities community. All right, nothing going on out there this morning. So smooth sailing. We're going to have plenty of sunshine, clear skies. It really is a nice, quiet start to the day. High pressure is influencing our weather, and that's why it's been nice and quiet. High pressure, you get sinking air, and so not much activity out there this morning. Temperature-wise, we're in the 60s and low 70s, so it feels good, feels comfortable to get the day started. Dew points have come up a little bit from what we were talking about this weekend. And if you were with me this weekend, we had some incredibly comfortable weather upper East Tennessee along the I-81 corridor from Rogersville to Greenville, Tri-Cities. Those temperatures have come up. So yes, all of our temperatures are trending a little bit warmer this morning than yesterday. And that's going to be the theme here this week until we, generally speaking, we're going to be trending a little bit warmer. It's going to have a warmer feel to the air because we're going to have a lot more moisture in the atmosphere. So from now through noon, we'll just see the clouds increasing across the area. So just like what we saw yesterday, some fair weather cumulus clouds. We're going to start to see some showers developing across the across the mountains. And we have a southeasterly flow in the atmosphere, and so that's going to push, or try to anyways, push some of these showers into the valley, but I think that they're going to kind of just weaken and fade away. So the best location for seeing rainfall throughout the day today is going to be across the mountain counties, and likely to be basically from, say, maybe a couple over into Cott County, but most of it's going to be across the southern mountains. Again, some of those could try to drift their way into the valley, but not expecting much. Forecast high temperatures today, just like yesterday, we're back into the upper 80s. Heat index value is going to be back into the low to maybe a few pockets of mid-90s. So again, as we add a little bit more moisture, as the dew points come up, the heat index value is going to come up because our temperatures just don't change at all. And if you have evening plans here tonight, if you have ball games or practices, outdoor events, want to head out around town, grab some dinner, I don't know. It's 86 degrees by 6, down to 78 degrees by 10 o'clock here tonight. So let's dive into the details on that 7-day forecast. If this is all you care to know about and you need to go about your day, I sure hope you have a great Monday. But we're going to continue the story and talk about the big picture. Plus, we're talking about the tropics. We've got I've got one Witcher's pictures to share with you. And, of course, we do have your national holidays as well if you want to stick around with that. But average high is is 88 degrees. We're going to be in the upper 80s to low 90s, so nothing too excessive. However, because I told you that the dew points are going to be increasing because moisture in the atmosphere is going to be increasing, dew points climbing to the low, maybe some mid-70s, which in turn takes those upper 80s to low 90s and pushes our heat index value into the upper 90s to near 100. So it is going to be a steamier August week around town as well. When you look at the big picture around our region, and you look at water vapor imagery, we still have some very dry air in place around the area. So you're going to see that on the map. Come on, map. There we go. You're going to see the brown shows some nice dry air through the mid-levels of the atmosphere, okay? But there's more moisture down to our south. That moisture, the column of the atmosphere, so the dew points are going to be at the surface. Those are increasing, but what you're looking at is available moisture. We call it precipitable water. How much water could we precipitate out of the atmosphere? And so notice that the greens is not really dry, but it's not really saturated. It's just what we've been dealing with It's what we've been experiencing, I should say. Let's put a positive spin on that. Experiencing this past weekend. But notice the darker shades of reds. This is going to saturate the column of the atmosphere through, right? And so that's a lot more available precipitation, or available moisture anyways, to be able to precipitate out of the atmosphere. And so therefore, not only are we looking at increasing chances for showers and thunderstorms this week, but we're looking at more efficient rain producers. That's going to be the story this week. So while we've seen some showers, while they put down some decent amount of rain, the rain showers this week are going to be very efficient rain producers, and the Weather Prediction Center has coincided with that, saying, okay, the flash flood risk increases a little bit as well as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday, and even on into our Friday. So rainfall chances anyways, and again, don't ever cancel any outdoor plans based on percentages. Even if it says 100%, you just need to go look at the rest of the story. But rain chances do increase, especially I think Wednesday, Thursday, then start to fade away as we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think we could potentially end up with a nice weekend this upcoming weekend like we did this past weekend. So each and every day, the rain is going to be added up around the area. And so as we progress through the week, you can see how these rain chances and the rain coverage and the rainfall totals are going to be increasing, and we could end the week with maybe over half an inch to maybe over nearly 2 inches of rainfall. All right, now we're talking tropics here for a second. 70 to 90% chance that this is going to become our next named storm, which is Erin. E-R-I-N will be the next named storm. We've been talking about this all weekend long, and really since last Thursday, Friday. And I've given you some information on the American model, so I'm going to highlight that again because it does look like this storm may just curve and be a fish storm. This is great news, because there were some models indicating, the American and the European model actually were indicating that this could maybe potentially make some sort of a wave, if you will, in the United States. But I don't necessarily know that that's the case. This is the American model. Again, here comes our little disturbance swinging its way towards the Lesser and Greater Antilles, kind of curves its way northward. So there are still a lot of unknowns. Watch what you share on social media. People are going to be posting stuff on social media. This is way too far out. I mean, this takes us over a week. This takes us a week and a half away. This is next Wednesday, not like 2 days from now. This is like, 10 days from now. So too far out to have any sort of idea on where this is going to go, if it's going to hit the U.S. mainland or not. But definitely something to keep in mind. And that's what we do on this platform in the morning. I give you a little bit more information than what I'll post out there to the public for the most part. Although this is obviously posted to the public, but you get what I'm saying. When you put it on social media, people just share it. They don't really pay attention to what's going on. But Aaron would be the next named storm. And then after that, we got Ferdinand. And then Gabriel is going to be after that as well. So an extended forecast there, just kind of giving you everything you need to know. So hopefully you enjoy this platform, enjoy the long form forecast and extended forecast. But again, the question this morning was, are you opposed? Are you okay? This platform's for you. I want to help you out and help your day and help you get off to work and give you the information. That is my goal. My goal is not to sit here and just hear myself talk by myself every morning. So this is for you. So for those of you that do join, 6 o'clock, we've done 7 o'clock, but thinking about maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, is that going to present better with the platform that I'm doing? Maybe so. But I don't want you to all be mad and leave me. Like, oh, Witchers doesn't even do it on my time now. Curly is going to respond to Mike this morning. What's up, Curly? How are you? I did ask for it. And Curly actually responded to me on YouTube. So thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. We got to meet Curly one day. You need to send me some videos of you doing what you do. A ventriloquist, I suppose, is if that's what you're called these days. I don't know if that's the right term anymore. Good morning, Andrew. How are you this morning? Family is the most important. 8 o'clock is fine with you. Good morning, Aaron. How are you? Brandon says, I love 8 a.m. time. Good morning, Cameron. For the most amazing bus driver in Knox County, I will have to tell you, I don't know if you know Miss Elise. I'm not going to throw out bus numbers or anything like that because I don't want to, just for many reasons. But anyways, I told Miss Elise, by the way, Cameron, about you. I said, I've got somebody that claims he's the best Knox County bus driver out there. And I said, well, and she goes, I am the best Knox County bus driver. I was like, well, you got some competition because Cameron's awesome and he joins my platform every day. I said, why don't you join every day? Well, I don't have time. I got to get the bus ready for school. So there we go, Cameron. We've got some competition for the best Knox County bus driver ever. Good morning, Eva. How are you this morning? Aaron says 8 works fine with you. I start work at 8, but what works for you? Works for you? No, because my route ends at 8:30. 8 is fine for Cheryl. Let's see. Mike, I say, yeah, but at the same time, most people are at work at a.m. I think 7 a.m. would be awesome. I can't do 7 because 7 is when I take my kids to school. That's why we switched from 7 a.m. to 6 a.m. No to 8 a.m. Sorry, Julie says, I will miss the show completely. Work starts at 8 a.m., but can you not just put your phone up there next to your computer? You're just answering emails, right? Oh, we're going to see how it goes. 8 a.m. is great. Some of us that start work at 6 or 7 would be grateful. 8 a.m. is great. Some of us that start work at 6 and 7 a.m. would be grateful. I mean, do you use this for community? Do you use this to really get you out the door? Do you, what are we doing with this platform? Does it really help you get out the door? Linda says, no, I also start work at 8 a.m. Sorry. Okay, what about 7:30? What about 7:30? Let me get the kids off to school, and then we'll do 7:30 in the morning. Okay, Julie said no, so that's a big no. That's true. I vote whatever Julie says. 8 a.m. is good, says Holly. Family is important, and kids are the only kids for a little while. That is true. They're growing up super quickly. I start work at 7:45 Monday through Friday. Okay, 76% voting and no so far. Is that true? Is that true? 76% so far. Have you already added it up already, Brandon? Let's see. Roz is ready anytime after 5 a.m. All right, well, we'll see how it goes. We're retired, so not always up at 6 or 7. 8, I have to be at my job at school by 7:30. Who? Dang it, Sheila. I'm not going to make everyone happy. I get that. 6 is great. Work starts at 7. 7:30 would be great. 6 is good for Alice. I think 8 is perfect for Stacy. Family is most important. Well, if it's 6 a.m., then I can stay up and watch and then go to bed. If it's 8 a.m., it's pushing it for me. You can't please all the peeps all the time. That is the truth. That is the truth. We try our best, but this platform's for you. So I want to take polls. I want to get an idea of what you all want. All right, let's get to work with this national holiday, shall we? If you want to stick around for that, cool. If not, cool. But we'll take you back outside and show you the beautiful sturgeon moon this morning. All right, that's from the Fort Loudon camera, by the way. Beautiful start to the day. Nice fading full sturgeon moon. Setting off in the western sky. Should be a great sunset from that camera that will probably repost later on social media. All right, we're celebrating birthdays and events here today. It is August 11th, by the way. Cannot believe it's already August 11th. That's crazy. It's National Play in the Sand Day. So go find yourself some sand to play in, whether it's a beach volleyball. Maybe you've got a sandbox in the backyard. I used to have a sandbox in the backyard growing up that my dad made. That was fun. It's National Global Kinetic Sand Day. So it's not only Sand Day, but it's Global Kinetic Sand Day, which I think kinetic sand is cinetic. We'll just call it cinetic. Kinetic sand, cinetic. Kinetic sand is awesome. I think it's the coolest stuff. And you can make it, I think, with some Elmer's glue and some sand and maybe some other things. I don't know. It's National Raspberry Bomb Day. I have never had a Raspberry Bomb Day, but that sounds amazing. Let's see what that's all about. Raspberry Bomb Day on August 11th recognizes this tantalizing, frozen dessert. A raspberry bomb creates a beautiful finale to any summer meal. The dessert will be the centerpiece of your meal and taste delicious too. There we go. All right, National Raspberry Bomb Day. What is it? National Raspberry. Let's turn this music off. National Raspberry Bomb Day. All right, it's also National Sons and Daughters Day. And that's why I pose these questions to you. I want to be a good dad. And I want to get my kids off to school, but I also want everyone to get the forecast and what East Tennessee weather is all about, and that's really getting the data for the day. It's National Presidential Joke Day. Ooh. Anybody have a quick presidential joke they want to throw on here? It's got to be clean. It's got to be clean. There are some, let's see if there's any on here. Surely there's got to be something, right? All right. Everyone loves hot dogs. Let's see. Here's one. What kind of tea did the colonists demand? How about liberty? Which of Washington's officers had the best sense of humor? Lafayette. This one's for Barack Obama. There are a few things in life harder to find and important to keep than love. Well, love and the birth certificate. All right. Well, we can move on with that. How about that? That's all we got. That's all we have for national national holidays for the day today. Let's take you to downtown Gatlinburg. Had a great shot. If you saw it on social media this morning, a great little time lapse of the sturgeon moon from yesterday, setting right over downtown Gatlinburg. It's really, really cool. I have one Witcher's pictures to share with you this morning, so we'll just pop that on screen right now. This is from Katrina. It's probably going to be sideways. Yeah, I don't know why those vertical pictures are sideways, but they are. Got some mushrooms. Got some mushrooms growing. She says, I got another one actually that showed up. Nice summer day, says Katrina. Here's another great photo. This one's awesome. Nice picture of a good lake day. This is from Misty Mowdy. Saturday on Norris Lake on the Clinch River side. Let's throw that up a little bit. Ooh, that's just gorgeous. I absolutely love being on the lake. It is a lot of fun. Did you all happen to see my social media post from yesterday? Not sure if you did or not, but here it is. Here's my social media picture from yesterday, post from yesterday. Actually, we'll just do this. We'll take this back up here. So I went to the grocery store yesterday, did some grocery shopping for the week, and came home with a giant pizza because it looked really good. And literally started cleaning the kitchen, getting ready to pack for dinner, getting ready for dinner anyways. And all of a sudden we looked at each other and I said, we can't cook this pizza. And everyone's like, why? And I said, well, we don't have an oven. For those of you keeping tabs, we had a kitchen fire in February, and we still do not have a kitchen. Sturgeon Moon, that's a little fishy. I don't even know where all the buttons are. Anyways, there it is. There it is. That's the button I wanted. There you go, Chris. Anyway, so we had to phone a friend, a neighbor, and go over to our neighbor's house to get our pizza cooked. Like, people on social are like, how did you even possibly forget that you didn't have a stove or an oven? I don't know. I was in the grocery store and I was hungry. That's why. That is why. All right. Well, I appreciate you all joining in on the poll and, of course, joining in on Wake Up with Witcher here on this Monday morning. Happy birthday, Andrea. Happy birthday. Celebrating my son's 10th birthday today. Yay. Happy birthday to your 10-year-old son today. Crazy stuff, right? I've got a 10-year-old as well. Let's see. We were supposed to do bus drivers rodeo eventually for school. Bus drivers is a competition to test everyone's skills, driving skills, and maneuvers. That's cool. Today is Andrew's 11th birthday. Nice. 10-year-old, 11-year-old. That's awesome. This is the community. This is for community. There's a 1 minute with Witcher's weather for people needing to get out the door. That's the thing, Carcane. So that's the one thing that I don't have posted. I don't get that posted until usually 7:30 or 8. Because I'm now doing this, and now after this, I run inside and go get the kids off to school. And so that's kind of the conundrum I'm in. I want to be here for you. I love doing this live update. But I also have built this community with a lot of you for the last couple of years, and I don't want to lose you. Just trying to fine-tune how everyone's consuming the weather data in the East Tennessee Weather Platform every day, because millions of you are touching it, or it gets millions of touches every single month. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate the support and the honesty. And we'll just dive through it together. This week, we are going to do 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll keep it at 6 a.m. this week. Maybe next week, we'll try 7:30 and just give it a test. Just a test. If we don't like it, if it doesn't work, we can go back. It's like your hair, right? It's just hair. Get a crazy haircut every once in a while. It's only hair. It grows back. It's only weather. I'm here for you. You know that every single day. Maybe one day I'll hire somebody. Then I won't be here every day for you. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, my friends, thank you for joining me this morning. I really, 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 truly do appreciate it. Have a great day. Witcher's Adventures continues today. Join me on social media. I'm going to be taking a trip up to up somewhere. We're going to be taking a trip this morning. Join me on social media. We'll find out where. If you didn't join me this weekend, or if you joined me this weekend, I already told you the secret. If you did not, the secret will be coming out soon. New cameras, and great views. All right, my friends, music's over. Have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. See you tomorrow.